The 7 Warlords of the Sea. Rumor has it that they were last-minute additions to the story. Apparently, One Piece was only going to focus on the 4 Yonko, and that's it. But luckily for us, Oda added this bunch of misfits to the story and created some of the most epic and compelling characters in the entire One Piece world. Just imagine One Piece without the Shishibukai. 1, it would have ended already. And 2, we wouldn't have gotten the amazing character development and epic world building thanks to the story arcs that the Warlords were the main focus of or were heavily involved in one way or another. One Piece without the Warlords would not be One Piece. So when Fujitora announced that the government had created something that could replace the Warlords, I felt a bit of sadness, right? I thought the Warlords were all going to be tossed aside, and the characters that held the Warlord status would just fade into obscurity. Thank Oda, I was wrong. The Warlords are back, baby, and they are more relevant than ever before. As a matter of fact, 3 of them just teamed up and became a Yonko crew, with Buggy the Clown as their figurehead, and Dracule Mihawk and Sir Crocodile serving as commanders. But not only that, the Marines have also turned the past Warlords into a crucial part of their entire future. If you haven't read Chapter 1059 yet, this is your spoiler warning. And also, your reminder to subscribe to my channel. You might as well. You made it this far. Anyway, the Marines just unleashed the Seraphim, or the new pacifistas, pretty much. They're brand new super weapons. Because let's face it, in the new world, the old Kuma-style pacifistas were a joke. Most characters with basic haki were low-diffing them like yesterday's red bean soup. But these new ones? Oh, these new ones are legit. One of them just went blow for blow with an Emperor of the Sea and actually made him sweat from fear. And that was just one of them. Imagine if multiple Seraphims were to team up. On top of them being powerful, what makes them even more interesting are their physical and cosmetic features. They all possessed white hair, brown skin, and black wings, all distinct features of the legendary Lunarian race that King the Wildfire belonged to. And on top of that, the 2 Seraphims we are introduced to have faces identical to a kid version of both Boa Hancock and Dracule Mihawk, meaning that the Warlords are being replaced by younger versions of themselves that have pacifista-like bodies that probably don't get tired and come with some crazy abilities and upgrades, along with Lunarian DNA, making them even faster, more durable, and powerful, and maybe even the ability to fly. Fujitora, I doubted you, but you just might be right. The Marines probably don't need the Warlords anymore, now that they got these monstrosities at their disposal. Just think that these are only 2 of them. What if they have one for every past Warlord? Imagine they got a young Trafalgar Law, a young Dofi, a young Crocodile, along with their devil fruit powers too. Or maybe even crazier, imagine they have a young Kaido. Remember, they did capture him along with King all those years ago. I'm sure the Lunarian DNA comes from King, but what if they also have Kaido's DNA and made a young super clone of him as well? That would be absolutely nuts. But I'm a fan of it just being the Warlords for now. I'm a huge fan of the Shishibukai, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and look at how far they have come. What felt like early, non-important antagonists in the grand scheme of things have become some of the most important and relevant characters in the whole story. One Piece truly is peak fiction. On top of all this, notice that these child soldiers actually show emotion. Boa's clone had a mischievous smile, while Mihawk's clone was filled with determination and rage. Very different from the pacifistas of old, who were just mindless robots. These seem to have some personalities, right? And might even have some AI or free will installed in their programming. I haven't even touched on Vegapunk. That could be its own separate video. The guy just continues to outdo himself. How did he even get a hold of everyone's DNA? Like Boa and Mihawk? Do you think it was during the Shishibukai meetings? Remember when they were all on the table? Maybe one of the waiters was collecting DNA samples from their glasses or silverware. Who knows? Or maybe one of them pulled one of Mihawk's hairs when he was drinking some wine. Just imagine that. Mihawk not even noticing. Or maybe it's not as silly as this. Maybe to become a warlord, you have to let the government take a vial of your blood. I'm sure most of them didn't think much of it. They were probably like, yeah, sure, bro. Take some of my blood so I can go invade and take over an entire kingdom. That's a good deal. I'm sure we will find out soon enough. I know for a fact Buggy didn't bat an eye to this. Imagine a Seraphim of Buggy. I feel like that one would just be a failure and probably end up helping the Straw Hats, right? I'm predicting it now. Timestamp this video. Buggy's kid clone will help the Straw Hats. Anyways, guys, like the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. More One Piece videos coming soon. Much love, and peace out.